Get ready for the morning rush.
A quick wrap of your news and weather. We'll start with Kristen Curry.
Good morning. We'll begin with our next big weather maker, looking at a little bit more moisture today, and we'll notice it first in the way of cloud cover late today and into the evening hours. There is a possibility of a few spot showers over the northwest late today and into the overnight. Tomorrow morning, we'll also be watching for a few of these spot showers over the northern mountains, with more cloud cover pushing its way east as we get into a first half of our Tuesday. Catherine?
Happening this morning, an accused cop killer is set to appear in court. Davon Lymon is facing a federal judge for being a felon in possession of a firearm, rather. The firearm is the same gun police say he used to shoot and kill APD officer Daniel Webster. Webster pulled over Lymon last October at Eubank and Central for having a stolen license plate. Police say when Webster tried to handcuff him, Lymon pulled out a gun and shot Webster. What the state is doing about the murder charges coming up in the 5 Facts. Lymon's trial is set for 9 this morning at the federal courthouse. Adam?
Convicted cop killer Andrew Romero is also expected to appear in court. Romero has been indicted on a series of robberies that he allegedly committed before the shooting death of Rio Rancho police officer Greg Benner last year. Romero is serving a life sentence at the state pen in Santa Fe right now. Last week, we learned that the state wants to tack decades onto that sentence.
A man is waking up behind bars this morning after police say he plowed into a helicopter and fire truck while driving drunk. It happened on Highway 566 just east of Gallup yesterday morning. Deputies say they had the road shut down to deal with a separate crash when Glenn Livingston went around the barricade and crashed into a fire truck and medevac helicopter.
New this morning, a mother is mourning the loss of her 4-year-old daughter, killed by their new dog at their Michigan home. Friends of the family told police the mom and daughter were outside with the animal, believed to be a Doberman mix, yesterday when it attacked. The mother was also attacked. She was taken to the hospital. The dog removed from the home by animal control.
Right now, federal safety investigators are trying to figure out what led to a deadly weekend crash near Palm Springs, California. At least 13 people killed, dozens injured when a tour bus slammed into a tractor trailer along the interstate yesterday. Officials say the bus, which was returning from a casino, was traveling significantly faster than the tractor trailer that it hit from behind.
New this morning, researchers in North Carolina say measurable changes have been found in the brains of young football players after just one season on the field, even among students who had not suffered concussions. Doctors say the new data indicates the need for further study on the sport's impact on long-term health.
A North Dakota highway is open again this morning after a protest against the state's access pipeline this weekend ended in nearly 130 arrests. Authorities in North Dakota say hundreds of people blocked a highway yesterday opposing the construction of a pipeline that they say damages the environment and Native American lands. Protests against the project have been ongoing for months.
The former mayor of Belen is now calling for more people to join him at next month's city council meeting to speak about a rise in crime. FBI crime records for Belen show 136 burglaries in 2014, 110 in 2015. So far this year, about 200, according to the news bulletin. The police chief says the department is short-staffed.
Today's Metro Threat Index pretty low, only at a 2, with the possibility of a few spot showers getting into the metro. This will happen late this afternoon, overnight into tomorrow morning if we see anything at all. Really less of a threat and more of a welcome side if we see some rain, but we'll see what we can squeeze out today. More sunshine expected for the rest of the week. Adam?
Astronauts could soon be wearing smart shirts. The Canadian Space Agency awarded a Montreal company almost a $2 million contract to create the technology. AstroSkin is a biomonitoring system designed to be worn to collect data on astronauts' vital signs, activity, sleep quality. The shirt will get a test run on the International Space Station in 2018.
Pretty cool. A longtime Sandia Peak restaurant is set to be torn down soon. High Finance restaurant closed its doors for the final time last night. It was built more than 50 years ago but didn't become High Finance until the 70s. The plan is to rebuild a significantly larger $7 million restaurant in its place, set to open spring of 2018.
All right, let's get a look at the traffic situation this morning as you get ready for your morning just before 7 a.m. The traffic map looks really clear. We have all green up and down the interstate there on I-25 and across east and west on I-40. We'll let you know if any traffic types come your way, but for now you should have a smooth drive.
And construction for the Albuquerque Rapid Transit project is set to pick back up this morning. Crews will continue their work along Central from Coors to Louisiana Boulevard. During this time, at least one lane of traffic will remain open in each direction. Drivers, though, are urged to find alternate routes. For more information, head to our KRQE website.
The Chicago Zoo now has 2 cute new friends this morning. These 2 red panda cubs are on display. They were born back in June. They've spent the last few months behind the scenes in their nest box. The zoo's named the cubs Waveland and Sheffield after the Wrigley Field cross streets. These cubs are the second set in 2 years for Lincoln Park Zoo's breeding pair.
They're so
Too
cute.
cute.
They look like a cross between like a fox, raccoon, and panda.
Yeah.
You know?
Look at those little legs.
Love them.
I like it. All right, time now for the 5 facts.
Starting at number 5, owners of a local fishing attraction are starting their last full week today of business. The family-run Shady Lakes just north of Balloon Fiesta Park has been in the Phillips family since 1962. Now they plan on moving on. They have yet to put it on the market. The last day to visit this Sunday.
Number 4, should independent voters have more of a say in who's on the ballot? That's what the state Supreme Court is set to hear arguments on today. New Mexico's a closed primary state, meaning only registered Democrats and Republicans can vote in their respective party primaries. A lawsuit against the state claims that violates the constitutional rights of those who are not a part of a major political party.
At number 3, unseasonably warm again today with increasing cloud cover as we get into the later part of the afternoon. Spot showers possible across the northwestern corner of the state late today and continuing into the overnight hours.
And number 2, a man accused of pointing a shotgun at an officer during a scary chase in Albuquerque waking up in jail. APD says the suspect, Michael David Pacheco, fled from a domestic violence call Sunday afternoon near Unser and I-40. Police caught up to him at the Walgreens on the corner of Coors and Central, where according to a criminal complaint, the officer says Pacheco pointed a shotgun through the sunroof. Police intentionally crashed into Pacheco's car at 64th and Churchill and arrested him.
And number 1, the trial for the man accused of shooting and killing an Albuquerque police officer, Daniel Webster, 1 year ago, is expected to begin this morning. But for now, it's the murder weapon taking center stage in court. Davon Lymon faces charges for allegedly being in possession of the gun that killed Webster during a traffic stop at Eubank in Central. Attorney General Hector Balderas says his team recently took over the case. The DA previously told us the office would wait to charge Lymon in the shooting until after he appears on all of the federal charges. We're going to follow today's trial, what happens on air and on the KRQE News app.
Got a lot more coming up in our next hour. We're going to be talking with the Hug a Horse segment that we
that's right.
do every Monday. See what they have coming up.
All on Fox New Mexico right after this break. We'll see you on the other side in just a sec.